Okay, hopefully we can learn how to do the list of tables really quickly with this method. If you follow it, I think this will work for you. I think this is what I did. So hopefully everything will work out nicely. So let's look at this. First, you won't have anything for the list of tables because you're going to create it by creating captions. Okay, so I have this blank for the list of tables. You may already have one. I would keep that ready because you want to make sure everything matches up. So the first thing I would do is go down to my first table. Here I've got table one. It's got all the title, everything in APA format. So what I want to do right now is I want to create a caption. So I'm going to go to insert caption. Now you're going to see right here it's in italics, a different color. Don't worry, we're going to change it in just a second. What I'm going to do is I am going to add the title. So frequency Likert survey, hypothesis one. And I'm going to put the n equals 31. I'll show you a few things that go along with that. I'm going to press OK. Now you'll see that it kind of changed things, but we're going to take care of it in just a second. I'm going to go back to the home. I'm going to go to caption, and I want to go to modify. I want to make sure to modify it to Times New Roman. We've got to have 12-point font, and we want black. Okay, so that's a really big thing. We'll worry about I'll take the italics off, and I'm going to put bold because table numbers are in bold, but we can change the other parts of it. So once I press OK, you'll notice that this is taken care of. I'm going to press enter here because what I want to do is I want to delete my original caption. Okay, so I'm going to delete the original caption, and then I'm going to come back up here, and right where it says frequency, I'm going to press shift and enter. The reason why we're going to do that is to make sure that it recognizes that title so it doesn't change anything when you're doing your list of figures and tables and everything. We definitely want to make sure to go back in here. I need to go back, modify, and I need to make sure that it is double-spaced font. So make sure it's double-spaced font, and then there it is. I can erase this to bring that back up here. And then I'm going to come back here because we know that that has to be italicized. I'm going to take the bold and italicized off. And I have to do that for every single table. So for me, I had 81 tables. You may have a lot less, so it may not take as long. But then we go to the next table. We have to do all the captions first. So I'm going to come here, table 2. I'm going to go back to references, insert caption, see table 2 appears. I'm going to type what my caption is. So give me a second as I type this up. Hopefully you guys are doing wonderful. See, still going to put my n equals 31, and then I'm going to press enter. Notice that instead of it being that other color, it's this. I'm going to press enter here, and I want to delete this right here. So delete it, bring it back up, and then I'm going to press shift enter, and I just highlight this portion. I got to make sure the whole thing's highlighted. It's italicized, take the bold off. And I'll do that for one more table, just to show you what this process is. So I'm going to go to insert caption, table 3, frequency, Likert, open, ended, question. I have to put the whole thing there, so be prepared for that. What are some things that the administration can do to encourage no, I don't want caps lock. Oh, shoot. There we go. This can take a little bit of time, so make sure you devote it, and make sure if you can do it all in one shot, that'll make things so much quicker. So I'll press OK. Here we go. I can change that to frequency, and I want to get rid of this portion. I'm just going to delete that, come back up here. Remember, every single time you do this, shift enter right there. So that way the list of tables and figures will recognize it. Bold, italicized, and now we've got all of the captions that I have, 3 tables right here. I go back up to the list of tables. Notice that I've got nothing here. I want to go to insert table of figures. Okay, so we want to make sure it's show page numbers, right align page numbers, from template table. First thing I'm going to also put is make sure it gets options and then caption. Then I'm going to go to modify. Well, I want to make sure no hyperlinks. We don't need any hyperlinks. The caption label should be tables. We just want to make sure everything, once you start clicking on things, no hyperlinks because you don't need to worry about that. Go to modify, modify again. We want to make sure that it shows up in Times New Roman in 12-point font. Go to format, go to paragraph. Then you want to make sure to have the hanging indent because sometimes if your things go longer than 1 line, you want to make sure it's hanging. And then we want to make sure multiple spacing, double spacing. And once we do that, we press OK, we press OK, we press OK, and then we press OK one more time. And there it is. It has our list of tables is there. You'll notice that there's 2, 3, 4. That's the page numbers on the right-hand side. Now we want to make it look the proper way. One of the things you have to do is come up here and press, period. Period's got to be there. We know that for the most part, and I'll have to make sure I highlight this right, that this part is not italicized. Okay, so most of the stuff in here is not italicized in the list of tables. The only thing that will be italicized are the questions you ask. Now in the list of tables, you do not need to have n equals. So I can delete that. Notice that the dots are still appearing. On the open-ended question, what are some things that the administration can do to encourage formal assessment in the classroom? That needs to be italicized. And I need to come over here and delete the n equals 31. And there we go. We have our tables. I got to make sure the dot. I got to make sure the dot. And now I have the hanging indent. I have the list of tables. And the formatting inside the actual document is still the same. Now, the reason why we have to do the list of tables and this way is that if I come here, I come to this, you'll see that it shows control click. When I control and click that, boom, it goes straight to the table. When I go to control and click this one, it goes to table 2. And lastly, when I go to this one, control and that, it goes to table 3. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and all of them have to link. This will save you time and money when it comes to the editing. Trust me, they quoted me 40 hours. I managed to get it down to 12 after everything was all said and done. So use this. Hopefully this will help you out. Of course, I'm here to help you, and hope you guys are doing wonderful. Miss you guys.